Hey friends, Mike here. It's May 11th, Wednesday. The temperature actually kind of cooled down from 99 to 95. I don't know what's going on, but summer just took off crazy this year. It shouldn't be this hot, but yeah, we're doing fine. We're just keeping everything watered. I just kind of wanted to give you a little update on some fruit tree action that we got here. Behind me, this fig tree is just amazing. Let's take a look. It is doing really well. Of course, we had that bad ice storm a couple of years ago, and it just knocked it all the way back. But it's coming back just fine. I'm going to have to trim some of these lower parts right here so we can get up in there and harvest the figs. This tree is going to get probably another 6 foot tall. It does well every year, and we'll be making fig butter. And if anybody has an idea of what we can do with figs, please. I may be a chef, but I don't have every recipe idea out there. I could use some help with what else can I do with figs. So if you could put that in the comments, that would help. Peach tree is doing really well. Of course, you know, we're spraying with neem oil. I think we're even getting some, yeah, we're getting some peaches. Turn the light on here. Nice. We just got to protect it from the bugs. And our blueberries looking pretty good as well too. Of course, we got to keep it mulched, got to keep it watered. So let's go out to the veggie garden. So we planted garlic in several little places all around the garden. I like to rotate it. This little patch right here, it needs to come up. It's pretty much turning brown. So I'm gonna bring you in closer here and let's just go ahead and pull this up. We don't get very big garlic here in Texas. I guess it's just the climate. I've never been able to grow really large garlic. If anybody has any suggestions, put in the comments. I used bone meal, blood meal. Yeah, any suggestions would help, but I'll bring you down here closer. All right, I'm gonna use this pitchfork just to kind of loosen it up a little bit. I don't want to break everything up. That's a weird one. Not too bad. There we go. Yeah, they may not be large, but we grew them ourselves. Oh, that smells good. Yeah, just over the years, I've always learned to rotate for disease prevention. There we go. All right, I'm happy with that. There's some other garlic around the garden that is a little bit bigger than this, but I am happy with this. And we're gonna put that on the drying rack. Definitely need this. I mean, you can see that hot Texas sun. Okay, we're running out of room on the dry table, but we'll make some room for these. I'll just start stacking these sideways. The onions are just about done. They pretty much have dried. So probably here this weekend, Saturday, in a few days, we'll go ahead and we'll process these. We'll either braid them or bag them. So let's go take a look at the rest of the garden. Well, every day we've got to water. You know, summer came on pretty quick, pretty hot. Our last video, we were out in Marble Falls. You guys saw it was 99. It was hot. Let's take a look around. Everything's doing pretty good. Chow Mein melons are doing good. I've got a series video on that. We've got more garlic here. Those are going to be bigger. I could tell by the size of the stalk. Beefsteak tomato is looking really good. And we've got a lot of flowering. Carrots are doing good as well too. Daikon radish. We were invaded a couple of days ago by milkweed beetles. There were hundreds all over the arugula, just tearing them up. So what I did is, in the morning, you want to make sure you do this in the morning because you could damage your plants. I took insecticidal soap, a natural, safe brand, and I took a natural dish liquid, and I mixed it in my shaker, and I just foamed the soap all over the plant for about 2 to 3 minutes. I stayed out here, and it did kill off the insects. And then I washed it really quick with water, because if you leave that soap on for too long, especially if it gets hot, it'll burn all your plants. But we finally got that taken care of. I was really worried about that. So be careful when you do that. Yeah, all our tomatoes are doing good. We've got a couple open spots here. I think we're gonna get some okra plants. Roma tomatoes, doing really good. We're starting to get some tomatoes. We're trying to utilize as much as the rainwater that we have. It's just so much better than, you know, any kind of hose water. Patty pan squash, we're starting to get some squash on there. Show you right here. Again, tomatoes, more garlic. The pepper plants are just doing a great job. We got a ton of banana peppers. They're small. Here's some other banana peppers. We got serranos, jalapenos. I got to start thinking about harvesting that. That's a big one. You know what? I'm going to harvest that one. The more you pick, the more they grow. So as soon as I harvest these up, it's just going to start multiplying and multiplying. And we're going to be making cowboy candy. We saw that recipe on that 1870s Homestead. Hey Todd, hey Rachel, how you doing, guys? Really hot here. I'm glad that y'all could start planting your tomatoes. That cowboy candy is the best. I'll put the link to that 1870s Homestead where Rachel and Todd made the cowboy candy. It's amazing. So I definitely recommend that you check that out. They have a wonderful channel. So now that the garlic has gone out of here, I'll probably plant some other herbs. The beans are doing good along the fence. I think the problem that we have is our little Lily dog loves green beans, and I had to put this extra fencing up here because she comes over here, she sticks her face in there, and she starts eating the runners. So, an adventure. So we had harvested all of the onions I planted in this area, and I'll show you as they grow butter beans, and then turnips over here. These beds look pretty dry, so I've got to water them. We've got orange and red beets in these beds. The grow tables are doing good. You know, these peppers are looking really good. Our tomato peppers. We've got these little yellow pear tomatoes. I just love that variety. Really like that. Cherry tomatoes. Our Asian long beans are growing up the trellis amazingly. Cool thing about this is they're going to grow all the way up, pretty much more than halfway, and then you can just walk under here and just pick those beans. These Roma tomatoes are really taking off. Oh, we've got a tomato. Looking good here. Lots of basil. Grow tables are doing amazing. I am probably going to finish this series filming and show you in progression how we did this, but they're looking good. They were kind of invaded as well too with the milkweed beetle, and I put a little diatomaceous earth, and that kind of helped them. Our goju berries, I finally pulled them out of the water and I put them in the pots. I still have about another 6 in the house in water. I just want to be careful that I don't plant them too fast, just in case it doesn't work out. It's my first time doing it. 4D Ranch. I'll put a link to them as well too. They're doing it in Northeast Texas, so we're gonna, hey, a couple of Texans trying something new together. We'll figure it out. Oh, looky here. We've got some yellow squash. We also have a butternut squash. So this Hugelkultur garden is amazing. It's a good way to grow in the South. Probably need to do a full video on this. It just holds water, especially when we're not getting any rain. Nice. Looks like a spaghetti squash. And we just kind of threw a bunch of different seeds in here, melons. So that's looking good. I'm happy to see that. Good news, our regular sweet potatoes are really starting to take off. They're finally trying to vine. Our purple Japanese, not so good, but I've started some new slips, and hopefully we can get that to go. Yukon Golds are doing great, flowering, healthy. Just keeping an eye on this, on the moisture of the soil. These are the fingerlings, and the other fingerlings in the pot. And we did some horseradish, and it's got foliage. I'm excited about that. So it's kind of an experiment. If we can harvest some good horseradish root, I'm gonna go ahead and make some prepared horseradish, and I'll can it. Absolutely doing good with the leeks. Really nice thick stalks, so I'm excited about that. As far as processing leeks, we don't dry them. We will clean them really good, and we'll vac pack them and freeze them. And then I can just pull them out of the freezer, or Rochelle can pull them out. We can chop them up and put them in soup or stews or something like that. So doing good here, just hot. I really wish we would get some rain. Yeah, put your comments in there, any ideas, any suggestions about what else can we do with the figs. That would be greatly appreciated. Good to see you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed our adventure on Mother's Day. That was a blast. We're gonna do more of those. So we're excited about that. And thanks for watching the channel. Hey, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and hey, put some comments in there. We enjoy chit-chatting with y'all and kind of getting together. Thanks. Take care, guys. God bless.